Welcome to the Movie Trivia Battles post-game show. We're already amidst a great conversation here, folks. So
we
were talking about Terminator 2 and Terminator 1 and deciding who likes which one's better. And Berto said that it was retarded that
I never said the R word.
You didn't go full retard?
What did you say?
I never said the R word.
All right. Well,
I don't say controversial words.
All right. He said it was fucking stupid that Drew likes Terminator 1 more than Terminator 2. Which
I
led
agree that is fucking stupid, but continue.
Which led to my insertion.
T1 has so many fucking good moments, though. Like,
hold on,
we'll get given to me.
Let Duffy finish.
All right.
It's all good. It's all good. No, it's good.
Go.
Which harks back to another
intro.
Because then I brought it back up that Berto has said that Aliens isn't better than Alien, which I think these are comparable points in comparable movies.
I think they're two different movies. They're two different genres. All right. Let's all be.
It's honestly, it's like Kill Bill and Kill Bill 2 are almost completely different.
So action and Western, or like a Kung Fu movie and Western?
I would say
no, it's
more like
Kill Bill 2 is a Western.
I would say Kill Bill 2 is a drama. Because there is some action sequences in that movie, but it's more about the dialogue, and Kill Bill 1 is more about the action.
There's more action in 1, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Alien and Terminator both have the same thing, where the first one is a low-budget horror movie, and the second one is a big-budget action movie.
Exactly.
Except for the fact that T2 was incredible, and Aliens
T2 is way better than Aliens.
And Aliens is just okay.
But
what are you talking about? Aliens is incredible.
Alien,
regardless of how you feel versus T2 versus Aliens, do you feel the same way you feel from T2 versus T1 from Aliens to Alien?
No, not at all.
Okay.
That
was the point.
I think Alien is incredible and Aliens is okay. I think T1 is great, whatever, but T2 is the best movie ever made.
Alien and Aliens. So Alien is better than Alien.
Yes.
Terminator, I feel like it's a matter of taste.
Hey, you're right.
I like the horror aspect of the
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a matter of taste between what you want out of Aliens versus what you want out of Alien.
Also,
Aliens is like unremarkable compared to T2.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Well, we're not comparing. We're not comparing those two movies.
Right.
We're
not claiming
comparing franchises.
Yeah, I'm not saying that T2 isn't better than Aliens. It is. It's better than Aliens. I'll admit that.
Definitely better than Aliens.
Oh yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you're saying Aliens is unremarkable in the sense
No. I know what Faye's trying to do here. I know what he's doing. I know. Everybody loves.
I'm trying to do anything. I'm just saying, like, Aliens is like a serviceable action movie.
Yeah,
and that's kind of all it is. T2 is like maybe the best action movie.
It's the game changer of all action movies ever.
That
and
movie,
it still holds up. Aliens does not hold up.
I've watched Terminator 2 more times than I could count. Aliens, I've probably seen half a dozen times at the most. Yeah. Terminator 2, though, like, still to this day, I'll watch that movie and I'm not bored.
No.
Through the whole movie, there's constantly something going on. It's building story, and it's like
it's
entertaining.
It's some of the best action editing of all time.
I agree.
During the last action scenes where they're riding through the highway and he jumps on the hood of the car of that 18-wheeler and he fires the M4 into the window, the editing is so amazing and rhythmic. Like it's incredible.
And don't get me wrong, I friggin' love T2. Like I kind of equate this to,
but it's also like I grew up with it, so I'm biased.
I know.
That's true too.
I've had this argument with Andy a bunch of times, and he looks at me like I'm a moron, and I get it because he grew up with Aliens and I didn't. So I should shut the fuck up. You know?
Wait. Hang on again. This is going to decide whether or not I invite Andy to this conversation. Are you saying that Andy's is Aliens versus T2?
No, not at all.
Aliens versus Alien.
No, but I know that
Aliens versus Alien. Okay.
Oh no. But in terms of the T2 and aliens conversation, no, I know he would disagree. Like it, I think that he would think that we're being harsh on aliens. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I saw aliens when I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? Like, so it
Right.
didn't. It doesn't have
So
that.
the nostalgia
thing.
factor.
It doesn't have it with me. So
Yeah,
that's why
no, it's completely understandable.
I have to be fair with it. Like it's like, yeah, you know, if I saw T2 at that age, I might think the same thing of that movie.
Yep.
Although I doubt it because T2 is amazing.
For me, it's like a New Hope versus Empire Strikes Back type dynamic where both movies are excellent.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay,
No,
so
you guys are making comparisons that don't hold any water.
that's an insane comparison.
Is
That
it?
being said,
I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back.
I mean, well, Empire's better, but I think
I agree.
I think A New Hope is the second best Star Wars movie, though.
I think A New Hope is the most.
I'm not even getting
perfect.
into the Star Wars.
Honestly, I think A New Hope is the most perfect film that has ever been created, but it's not my favorite Star Wars film. I think it has a clear beginning, middle, and end. It could have been standalone, didn't need anything after the fact, but it doesn't. As far as a film goes, I'm not saying it's my favorite. Again, my favorite is Empire Strikes Back. But at the same time, as far as, like I said, clear beginning, middle, and end, you have your climax, you know who everybody is, and it could have been, again, and what they anticipated it to be, a standalone movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, A New Hope wasn't even a movie when it came out.
It was just Star Wars.
It was
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Was Terminator supposed to be a standalone originally?
I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
that he had
so-
plans.
I don't think they were anticipating Terminator being like a big moneymaker.
I think he
Fun
was just
fact.
trying to make something cool.
Fun fact about Terminator. Originally,
It
before
better
Arnold
be fun.
Schwarzenegger, it is. It's fun as fuck.
Okay.
Before Arnold Schwarzenegger was cast as the Terminator, the person who was originally supposed to play him was O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson was supposed to be the Terminator.
But they did not cast him because people couldn't picture him
Didn't think
killing
he was a
somebody.
murderer.
As a murderer. and look, yes, I do actually remember this. And look
Too
who turned
old.
out to be the real Terminator
Yep,
Wow.
true story.
of
incredible.
white women.
So I wrote down.
Hey,
two
what about
questions.
Ron?
What?
Ron
What
Goldberg.
about Ron?
Yeah, but you know,
No love for Ron.
Collateral damage.
collateral damage. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. He's Miles Dyson.
Are you going to get Andy in on this, or
I-
or should I,
I-
ask
I-
my question? Okay.
I sent him the link, but until he gets in here, you can fire away. I'll keep it rolling.
I asked my buddy does a podcast once a week, video cast, whatever, and I
Sure.
asked they asked for a suggestion last week, and it really took off with them. And what I want to ask you guys is, what do you think is the best fight scene ever? Not necessarily just movies, TV shows, whatever. What's the best fight scene you've seen? Like besides, MMA or like whatever stuff like that.
The entire Raid movie.
Fictional fight scene.
A
Yeah.
raid. No, that would take me a long time to think about.
Yeah. I can't just come up with that offhand.
Yeah, that's a lot of people going,
I don't know. It's tough. The raid's really good.
Oh,
but
you know what? You know what? I have an answer. And it's not necessarily realism. It's more like just like viciousness. It's the end of Die Hard 1 where John McClane fights Carl. And he's going, seriously, motherfucker! And he's all bloody, like I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
He fucking
Yep.
And he wraps the thing around
the
and
chain around his neck.
also
Yeah.
what I might add, what adds quality to that fight scene is the editing is incredible. It cuts at all the right points. It's great. Yeah, I would say that might be one of my favorites,
That's an awesome answer.
but that's off the top of my head though.
But that's what you got to go with.
Because
Everything has
it's
proven.
it's a terrible fight scene in that
Yep.
Carl would have beat the shit out of John McClane. But that's why we love John McClane, because he's a little guy, but he's just tough as shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say, your point about editing. I don't know if it's the best, but it definitely like set the precedent for like quick cutting, like, breakneck fight scene is in From Russia with Love, when Connery fights what's his name? Who's the actor's name? Robert Shaw.
Yeah,
in the train.
I can't answer to that because I've never seen it.
And it's one of those things where it's like it came out in the 60s, so you think it's gonna be really corny, where like, he goes to kick and he's like 3 feet away and it's real slow, and it's not. Like, they cut it real fast and it actually holds up. It actually looks like a Bourne type fight scene,
even back in the day.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Well, let me add that to my. Let me Google it right now.
It's a Bond movie.
People often refer to it as like the first modern like fight scene. Yeah.
These James Bond movies are just second-rate Austin Powers movies, though. At the end of the day.
Oh well, hey Adam.
Adam, yes.
you even spoke to this last episode, the hallway fight in Old Boy.
Yeah,
yes.
that's.
I was thinking that.
Quite possibly my number one. If we're taking everything into consideration, if we're taking TV into consideration or streaming services, there might be one that beats it out in my eyes. Though I love the Old Boy fight. There's a scene in the second season of Daredevil that's on Netflix.
Oh, with Punisher?
With the chain,
where he has
the
gun with the gun taped to his
gun and the chain.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And he goes down the stairwell.
As much as I love that one.
Oh, in the first season.
In the prison.
Oh, the prison.
No.
Oh, the prison.
Where Daredevil kills all the inmates with the
No, Punisher kills all the inmates.
That's what I meant. Punisher.
Yeah. That fight scene is.
It's so funny that because my mind immediately I was like, I think Daredevil might have like the best fight scenes I've ever seen.
It was a one take too, right? Or it was meant to look like a single.
Hey,
take.
Andy.
I don't know. I think there's so many fight scenes to think about in this.
Yep.
Like
Tyler Durden versus himself. Like
that doesn't even rank, but it's funny. It's definitely
got to break it down. You got to break it down by type of movie too, right?
You could say like Rocky.
No. Rocky is one of the most terrible fight scenes ever.
I was gonna say Rocky 2.
Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris in Enter the Dragon.
Oh, there you go.
So he rips out his chest hair.
We're talking about the best fight scenes you've ever seen in any medium, any fictional medium.
Johnny Cage versus Scorpion.
There you go.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm sure the Matrix has been
Johnny Cage versus Goro, baby.
Nobody has said the Matrix.
I've been thinking about the Matrix this whole time, but I don't think it ranks anywhere close.
No way. With that fight scene with Neo and Morpheus in the dojo,
and training, he gets the footprint right on him. Yeah,
drops a knee on him.
That came to my mind immediately, but I was like, I don't know.
No, that's a great fight scene.
Well, honestly, if you're gonna go Keanu, I mean, the John Wick movies have incredible fight scenes.
All three movies are the greatest fight scenes ever,
and more headshots than you can stomach.
I don't know. I love his fight scene in John Wick 3 with the bald guy, the Iron Chef guy.
I don't really remember John Wick 3 because
I didn't watch it.
You didn't see John Wick 3?
I haven't seen it either.
You're right. No.
Oh my god.
I've seen the first two.
Yeah.
John Wick 3. To me, John Wick 3 actually has the best fight scenes out of all of them. But
really?
It's oh yeah.
I have it. Yeah, I have it downloaded. I gotta get to it.
This is not a spoiler for plot, but he kills a guy with a book in the movie, and it's fucking unreal.
I mean, the big thing in the first one
was the pencil.
He killed the guy with the pencil.
Yeah.
Him and Heath Ledger.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
A little magic trick.
Want to see a little trick? Gamble's grandma.
They're like really just second-rate Austin Powers movies, though.
Here's an interesting take because everybody, my buddy Dave and I used to get in arguments all the time because he's such a he hates like almost all DC movies. He loves Marvel like it's his fucking child, and he did like the Dark Knight trilogies. But I used to complain about Christian Bale's Batman all the time, which I not to
because the action sucks,
dude. Every fight scene with Christian Bale's Batman, he's fucking doing this shit. Yeah. He's fucking like his whole fight, he's got his elbows up here. Like,
I think what happened is that they studied a certain kind of martial art, and yes, he was doing a lot of that, and they sort of just kind of based the cinematography around it.
It's stupid.
But dude, I was rewatching Captain America: Winter Soldier the other day, and I was watching him fight Bucky Barnes in the street, and I was thinking to myself, if only they had taken this and done
and
that
made it Batman.
with him fighting like that, like it would have been so dope, like just the way Captain America fights in every single Marvel movie. If that were Batman, like, I mean, I think Andy would probably have an opinion on that, like just to show some of the action from wide shots, like.
Well, they never. The thing with Batman, and this is what I hope the Batman does better than the other ones. Batman, like, yeah, he can take someone in a straight up fight, but the best thing about Batman is the way that he like literally like blends to the surroundings and just fucking picks people off one by one, which they did do in Batman Begins. They did it in Batman Begins a little bit.
Yeah,
but like
they did it a little bit with Dark Knight Rises when it was him and Catwoman going like picking off dudes in the
rooftop,
like Bane's henchman.
Bane's henchman.
But
they try to do it a little bit, but
but that's literally, and I know that doesn't play well for like action audiences. You want to see a fight, but like honestly, you cut into a couple different scenes of him just like jumping out of the shadow, taking someone down, like fucking pounding them, and then jumping back into the shadows. Like that's literally what you need to do with Batman.
I didn't really like the Dark Knight Rises, but there are two things that like made me go like, oh, all right, this like checks off the box that scratched that itch. And it's like that scene and just one shot of Batman and Catwoman like jumping off a rooftop, like running on a rooftop. And I was like, all right,
this looks like a comic book.
I was like, this is it. This is a comic book.
I can't wait until movies get to the point when they actually have a comic series of Batman versus Predator and Batman versus Alien, and I can't wait until we get when we're like in our 80s, they're like, finally, Batman versus Predator's coming out. They ran out of all the other ideas.
Well, I'm pretty sure like movie battles on YouTube have probably done that before.
Have you seen
no, there's a comic series.
Movie? The fan film though with Batman versus the Predator.
That came out.
Yeah, isn't it one of those
years ago?
Yeah.
No, it's sweet.
I remember that shit. It was pretty good. And the Batman, he was just wearing like basically like spandex, right? He didn't even have like armor or anything.
He looked pretty good. Yeah, he looked. I think he had like the grayish suit or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think that's a question though. Batman wins. Like,
you can't have the Predator kill him.
If Arnold Schwarzenegger beats the Yautja.
Basically, what it came down to was that the Predator realized that Batman was the hunter as well, so they like kind of like left him alone.
Right. Really?
Yeah.
But he's the ultimate. He'd be the ultimate hunt then, because that's who you'd want to go after.
Batman can technically beat Superman, kind of. So what does he care about a Predator?
So this is my buddy Dave. So again, because I love Batman. He's like my favorite comic book character of all time, and
he's the best.
And he's so fucking stupid. He could beat anybody. He's like, not only is he the smartest guy in the room, he's the fucking toughest guy in the room. And he's just going off the list of all these things as why he's like such a lame character. And I'm like, dude,
Batman? I mean, like that's Superman.
That's why
Superman's like a pretty lame character.
Yeah. Superman has got too much going on. Batman's the best because he doesn't have any superpowers. His superpowers are his brain and money.
Yeah, he's the Tony Stark of the DC universe.
No, this is Faye's like worst nightmare. I was talking comic books.
All right, yeah, let's give it a 2-minute window and we'll finish.
Well, hold on.
How about that last match? That was a pretty good match.
That was a good match, but I had that's fine.
You know what, Andy? It's no disrespect. It's a lot of fun when you're not here clobbering everyone.
I thought it was thrilling. I agree.
Yeah, it was kind of anybody's game.
Who knew?
The last one you won at the end, you had your dog on your lap and you were kind of stroking your dog. Like
nobody has a chance. Now Faye is wearing Andy's dog.
That's right.
Yeah, I turned Andy's dog into this nice blanket.
How dare you?
Dude, if Faye and Andy play each other in the playoffs and Faye steals Andy's dog and Andy's like all distraught, he's just got him during the live stream.
No, Faye just goes and buys a dog that looks like Andy's. Yeah. And he just pulls it up and he's like, look what I have. And Andy's like, where's my dog?
I thought it was gonna be like the Tony Stark tape like when he's held hostage at the beginning of Iron Man 1.
Yeah. You gotta give me a reference I can handle.
Come on, you've seen that. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know.
know who Tony
He
Stark
can
is.
he can
It's
handle
like
a
it's
Tony
like
Hawk
any
carpet.
it's like any prisoner holding up a sign for ransom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drew. Look at,
And
look
any
at Drew
media.
throwing on the magic orange.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go. Oh, we got teams now.
Yeah.
Skins versus salmon.
I get it. I get it that I might take the fun out of it. Sorry guys. Sorry for being so good.
Yeah, sorry
True.
for being amazing.
Hey, as
True,
long
I'm
as
not
you're
gonna lie.
sorry.
You with your beard and like the length
Obi-Wan.
of your hair, you look just like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Not the first person who said that.
He said, "I know him. That's me."
It's incredible.
Oh my god, yeah. You just set me up. And
Can you speak like Obi-Wan?
Adam,
So
what are you sipping on? Is that a boobly?
I have Sam Summer Ale right now.
Oh, beer? That's lame. You got to get on that seltzer game.
I cracked this like an hour ago and forgot
Yeah.
about it.
La Croix.
La Croix?
Qua.
Very.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Have you
Transported
watched
in a truck near
Rise of
bananas.
Skywalker yet?
Oh, the timber.
I have not watched Rise of Skywalker. I honestly I can't even hype myself into watching it.
Really? You can't-
Yeah, I've watched. I did finish the Clone Wars, which I think the last 4 episodes were some of the best fucking Star
Oh,
Wars
it's so
ever.
cool, right?
Holy shit! And
When
then
they tied it all into a Revenge of the Sith.
Is it
Oh,
new?
so
is it
good.
new Clone Wars?
yeah,
Yeah, it's the new season.
dude, the new season. So like it's like a lot of throwaway episodes, but the last 4 episodes literally are set up with the backdrop of Revenge of the Sith happening, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's like
Maybe we could have used that back in the day.
Yeah, Andy, you were telling
Yeah.
me they were like, hey, Anakin just killed Dooku. It was kind of fucking.
yeah.
Yeah, seriously, that's like
Like that guy's like that's kind of fucked up. Like,
It's like a line,
wow.
dude.
What?
it's amazing,
Wow.
and the whole backstory because like Darth Maul's still alive in this
With
Clone
like
Wars.
spider legs.
Well, no,
Right?
he's got regular legs now. But he
Oh.
had spider legs when he first came
So-
back.
Wait, hold
But,
on, hold on.
Am I wrong that the Han Solo movie kind of justified them doing that?
What? Maul?
Because they showed
was-
Darth Maul alive at the end of the Han Solo
Well,
movie.
Yeah.
no, he was alive.
That
He was
in the
alive.
comic, right?
Darth
He was
Maul's been
alive.
alive for the past like 10 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's been
okay,
alive. Yeah. So
I did
he was
not know
alive.
that.
He was alive before that. But the
Don't
no,
care
his
either.
his plot line's incredible. It really is. It's like his whole thing. Like he literally has the chance to like. Basically, he's setting it up in a way that he could like save the fucking galaxy, and it just falls apart based on like people's personal interests, which is crazy. But
I thought
it's
it
fucking awesome.
I thought
That's
it was
awesome.
funny, like watching the actual prequels and then watching Clone Wars, and it's like the tones are completely different.
Yeah.
And like, if you watch like the prequels, you'd be like, "Wow!" Like, I was watching, I was like, "Oh, this is when like Maul didn't talk at all." And then in the Clone Wars, it's like, "Wow, Maul's really chatty. He's a really
Yeah.
chatty."
And then in Rebels, he's like a crazy old kook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Ray Park come back to do the mocap for that?
In the last season, he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I saw an Instagram post where somebody said that.
Yeah, he's
Well, the guy who voices Maul and a lot of other characters for Clone Wars and shit like that, Sam Witwer. He's
Yeah.
fucking.
Well,
he's
he's
an
in
actor.
Shaun of the Dead, right?
Sam
No.
Witwer. No,
No.
he's in. He was in Being Human, the series on
He was-
sci-fi.
he crashed
He-
down in Battlestar Galactica. He was the guy
Oh,
who-
Crashdown.
Oh, you're thinking of what's his name from Space, Berto? Dwayne.
Yeah, but also in Shaun of the Dead, he did
Yeah,
Darth
yeah.
Maul.
Dwayne
Oh,
Benzie.
you also played.
Dwayne
um,
Benzie.
Yeah.
have you guys ever played? You guys
Yes,
ever
sir,
played
Fenwick.
Star Wars: The Force Unleashed? Back
No,
in the day.
I still haven't. No, Force.
Force Unleashed is the older one where you play a Star Killer, the
Star
guy who.
Killer, Darth Vader's
Yeah.
apprentice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Sam Witwer is literally the character. Like his
Oh.
the character in the game looks just like him.
It's too
But he's
much,
a
man.
fuck-
It's too much.
Dude, he's like an actor, like in Hollywood, like does roles and shit like that. But he's a fucking massive Star Wars fan. Like he won in the Schmodown. He won the Star Wars belt in like a massive 40-question Iron Man, like deep fucking cut Star Wars fan.
Yeah, that dude, him and like Freddie Prinze Jr. are like the
Yeah.
guys where they're like, oh, we just hired like these guys, and they happen to be fucking huge fans of Star Wars nerds.
Do you think that do you think those actors got mad though that they were like, dude, why the fuck? Like we should have told people we were nerds like, like while we were first coming up, and maybe we would have got pulled into some of this like live action Star Wars shit.
Freddie Prinze Jr. could have been Anakin had he just spoken
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
I think it was. It's always been like that because, like, once the prequel started up, it was like Samuel L. Jackson being like, "I'm a fan of Star Wars. I just asked to be in Star Wars, and now I'm in Star Wars."
Yeah.
And then like,
I don't know. There's not enough motherfuckers in that statement.
Isn't that like kind of lame though? Like the new movies, how it's like every little one line part.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, right. Like Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
It's like it's just all JJ's famous friends and shit. And
Yeah.
it's like
Well,
I like seeing
Charlie
Kevin
from Lost.
Kevin Smith.
struggling up and coming actors. Like it's just you're taking away like such a cool dream thing for like people to get
Yeah,
work.
like that was my one line.
Honestly, I don't think so.
Gordon Levitt and shit.
I don't think so.
That just shows like the echelon of Star Wars, and that it like goes beyond all that, where it's like every single small part is like a famous person or
It's
a person,
coveted. It's coveted by
a person
everybody.
who normally wouldn't just show up to like say something on a spaceship and then fuck off the rest of the movie.
I don't know. It just feels gross to me. Like,
I don't know. The way I saw it was like the Daniel Craig and whatever the Stormtrooper. I was like, that could have been anybody. They
Tom
might have.
Hardy.
It could have been anybody. They just told us it was them.
What was the thing
Like,
from
who the fuck
Force?
knows?
No,
Yeah, but
Daniel
Simon
Craig,
Pegg, right?
clearly Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig, Kevin Smith, like
No, Daniel.
the level of actor that would normally get cast in that role, like it could have like
gone to a real voice
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah,
no, not even that. Just like an actor who like it would have been like, oh, what a dream! I get to be in a Star Wars movie. But like
That's
didn't-
absolutely true.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
but hey, but that's also saying like the fact that everything is sequels and franchises. Like
What does that have to do with it?
the whole movie industry isn't fair anymore, let alone little roles for actors as voices, you know.
Yeah, but it's just like
Fair.
Daniel,
Like a
Daniel
new-
Craig. That's ridiculous that he would get, or he literally did not even show his face. Like that's something that could have
None of
it could have been me.
None
Like-
of the big ones are like.
Yeah, but I think
well-
the way they looked at it was it's a fun thing for the fans, you know, to find out
Right.
later.
I don't
you
know.
like-
They kind of like a similar thing in Game of Thrones. They throw in musicians and like random other people and whatever.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
was
Oh, you
fucking
didn't like
Ed
it.
Sheeran.
Ed
Ed
Sheeran.
Ed
Sheeran.
Sheeran singing in the woods.
But they-
No.
Well, let's be honest, he's just ugly. That's why nobody.
Well,
liked
like Game of Thrones did that a couple times, but like for the new Star Wars, they did that with like every part.
Well, even like
But they
Andy,
did the Ed
agree.
Sheeran thing, dude. They did the Ed Sheeran thing though because that was Maisie Williams. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Fucking-
Yeah,
I know, I know the
They
story.
did that because it was her favorite art. It was her birthday, and it was her favorite artist ever. And they were like,
Yeah, but
"Let's
there's
get him on
other
set."
people.
But
There's
I know
people
they put
from
like Mastodon,
like
and
Mastodon and
Sugar.
Sugar Rios
Yeah.
and like Coldplay and like different like musicians and stuff like that in there and like
But yeah,
Wait,
I
who
mean,
did they kill? Didn't they kill some like dumb musician in like the second to last episode?
they killed in the last season. They killed Martin. They killed Martin Starr and Mac from Always Sunny in
yeah,
Philadelphia.
Mac. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Mac
Yeah.
killed. Yeah, I mean,
he was
it's-
he
it's
got killed in
Yeah,
Lost
yeah.
too.
he was
Didn't
in
Yeah,
Lost.
he got
that's
killed
right.
in Lost
He was in
too,
the
yeah.
temple.
Well, he had an actual like part in Lost.
Yeah,
For like a couple
Yeah,
he was
episodes.
dragging,
Yeah.
dragging him through the woods, and then he got killed.
Speaking of Lost, Andy, you and I were talking about Dominic Monaghan being super distracting.
Yeah.
In the last one.
wicked distracting.
Ugh.
Yeah.
He was like,
Well, he was super happy at the end. He was like, "Hey, let's have hugs all around."
Dude,
Like,
how
well, I
rude!
said-
How
No, I
rude
was
is it
saying
that they fucking axed Kellyanne Tran's fucking character completely from the?
yeah,
I'm not mad about that.
Dude, that's ridiculous,
terrible.
though.
Yeah, that was really
After, especially with the fallout, what happened to her, like, and everybody like trashing
Well,
her.
that was fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
what happened
but
to her.
dude, it's almost just as bad to me that then in the next movie, like, dude, you sucked, so we're not gonna fucking put you in this movie.
No, but
so
here's
you
the
I
go-
think that's
the
why.
thing,
I
like-
hope that's not why.
No. Well, supposedly she had like. There's a lot of shit cut out from this movie. So,
Yeah.
I supposedly she had like a lot more shit to do, but regardless of that, yeah, it just didn't make sense because and like how clumsily everything was handled. Like her base, I think there was a point where Finn was like basically like, "Hey, are you gonna come join us on the adventure for the movie?" And she's like,
"Nah,
no,
I'm good.
I'm gonna sit back.
She's like, I got all this paperwork.
No,
Yeah.
I
gotta do my
gotta
taxes.
I gotta
go
write up
log-
everything that happened on that gambling planet."
I gotta
Yeah,
log myself out of Twitter and never go back.
Yeah, but no, and also by doing that, it made it like a third movie where Finn gets another love interest that like goes nowhere. Like,
But yeah, the love interest that
I'm going
comes in
after
the
a
third
white
act.
chick.
one of the third movie was the Jana, like the
Yeah.
other random character.
Yeah, but doesn't she not pop into like the last third
Third
of the
act.
movie too?
Yeah. Yeah, she pops in
Wait.
the very end.
Are you talking about the Rocketeer?
No,
No.
Oh,
We're talking
Jana's
about-
the stormtrooper who
see, there's
Exactly.
way too many characters.
She's
I can't-
also a disenfranchised stormtrooper.
okay.
That
you
movie
guys
sucks.
talking about-
Adam, I know it's free on Disney Plus. You seen it yet? Rise of
Nope.
Skywalker. Oh,
I'm not gonna.
Jesus.
You know what? I like
told-
that. I like
listen,
that.
I've told you in the past. I have a problem with things finishing, and especially when I hear them end like shit. Like I'm good. Like I'll make up my own, and they're like, oh, and then they stopped the bad guys, and everybody had cakes and pies. Like awesome. It's
I-
probably better than what actually happened.
I know we're
Like,
you should
know we already-
probably say so. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Just like whatever's in your head's in your head.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
like, that's how
yeah,
they
no,
roll.
I'm good.
yeah.
I
Back
like that. That's super
in
cool.
in the future, like when I'm 70 years old and I'm bored, maybe I'll pop it on and be like, ha, I knew,
Oh my
should have
God.
been better with cakes and pies.
Can you imagine Adam on his deathbed and his fucking great grandkids
He's
show
like,
him
roll
Rise of
episode 9.
Skywalker,
Come on, roll it in.
and then he dies miserably watching that movie?
I want them to roll it in like they used to roll in the TVs.
Yes, with
Watching
the
the movie
VCR.
today?
They're
Yeah.
like, we
Let me tell you
somehow
something.
have this on VHS. It wasn't even a format at the time. But
They have this thing called Netflix. We don't know. It's still there.
If I didn't have the Mandalorian to like still like hold my hat on and love, I probably would have driven to California and tried to track down Kathleen Kennedy and ended her life.
whoa.
Come on, dude. You're
Wow.
That's a little
that's-
extreme.
Wow.
That's like
Yeah, all right, that's a little extreme.
Yeah.
it's
No, it's
bad, but it's also it's like Star Wars.
Star
is-
Wars has never been consistently good ever.
Yeah,
No.
Star
But
Wars
there's no excuse when you're the company that has the MCU that has 22 connected movies and all this planning, and you can pick their fucking brains about what you should do with this upcoming trilogy, and then they fucking are like, you know what? We're gonna let every director decide what they want to do, and then if they connect, they connect. No fucking big deal.
If
It
you
was
really
terrible.
want, if you
Okay,
want fulfillment, you should look toward indie movies, smaller movies, things made by other people. Don't look toward people trying to make money off of franchises. It's never going to be what you
Just
want.
know 100% he's talking about porn.
You should look toward
Yes, throat.
Skin Diamond.
No, but seriously,
If
I
you
think
want movies to
Star
be
Wars.
good, just watch good movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just
Well,
watch
like, Star Wars,
good movies.
You're never going to
Yeah.
You
But
need
honestly-
that.
satisfied all the time. It's
I-
fucking. It's
No,
a
but
series
I
where it's good, and it's terrible at the same time.
Absolutely.
And it's been that way since the beginning.
Yes.
No, here's the
I
thing, though.
hope it's
This
sort
is
of
the thing,
boring.
though. This is the thing. Depending on what kind of movies you're raised on, kind of going back to that original thing, depending on how I feel like I can give a lot of like ground to like mistakes or things that aren't so kosher with movies based on how much I love the franchise, right? So I love the first Star Wars trilogy. I fucking love it.
Sure.
I would say I love the prequels because even though they're not nearly as good as the originals, as
That's retarded.
as a whole trilogy,
What's the retarded
it
count
fits the
tonight?
vibe and that was established.
think 4.
It's
And
definitely more than four.
so the new trilogy, all they had to do was have a concise fucking story from beginning to end. And even if two of the movies were terrible, I would have been like, whatever. At least it was one good story. It wasn't one good story.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
definitely-
figured the moment they introduced Jar Jar Binks, everything was up in the air.
Honestly, like I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars as a whole. I
Yeah.
understand there's garbage parts and everything like that, but it doesn't even fall within my top 5. Probably not within my top 10 films
No,
of
me
all
neither.
time.
Me neither.
No, none of them really do.
None of them. You know what Star Wars? You know what Star Wars
They're
is?
great.
Star Wars is this. Star Wars is like, you know, when you smell something that reminds you of a great memory.
Yeah,
That's what Star Wars
exactly what
is.
it is.
Star Wars
Yeah.
is a sense.
Fried
memory.
dough.
Or
Fried
when
nostalgia.
yeah,
It's like smelling fried dough.
it's nostalgia. When you hear that score, you go, a simpler time. But none of them were ever great. Maybe 2 or 3 of them were great ever.
Yeah, and I'd say A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
I would say Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One are probably great.
Oh, Rogue One is awesome.
Yeah,
I
would say
really
Empire
like
Strikes
that
Back
movie.
and Return of the Jedi. See,
Really?
You're gonna always get a bunch of different answers.
I love Return of the Jedi. I think that's great too, and I don't mind the Ewoks. Fuck everyone. I don't care.
I think Return of the Jedi might be my favorite from the original.
But you see that's why it's so great. It's because everybody has a different answer.
Yeah.
Well, what sucks about it is the
we
fans.
can all agree that
Fans is what sucks.
Listen, nerds are like the worst people of all time. Speaking as a nerd, like it's just like if nothing's ever good enough.
If everybody could just come together and go, "Oh my God, we all love a different portion of this," so we all love a different. You know, like that would be amazing. But you know what? That's also a metaphor for the entire existence of the world.
Exactly. Yeah, that's like.
Yeah, the problem is people taking Star Wars seriously.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You have to the sooner you understand that Star Wars is not something to be taken seriously, and that it's simultaneously awesome and terrible.
Yes,
everything it can be. It's a whole realm of possibilities.
Right, and is
that Solo?
Is that not
itself?
Is that not what they tried to teach us in The Last Jedi?
No, so you're taking it seriously again.
There you go.
Kind of is what Yoda said. He was like, none of this bullshit matters. Like, whatever.
He said,
like,
bitches ain't shit, but hoes
bitches ain't shit. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I wish nothing but like the worst for you people that like The Last Jedi. So,
for people that understand story.
It's so funny. Like the Last Jedi is like the most polarizing.
Yeah. It's not actually. I don't think it is the most polarizing. I actually I think a lot of people who like me who hated The Last Jedi after seeing The Rise of Skywalker are like,
it's better by comparison for you.
You know what? It really like I said, if they continued where Rian Johnson left off, I would have been happier with this trilogy on whole because it would have been a story that made sense. But the whole rewriting to try and please the people like me who hated The Last Jedi, that was ridiculous. I think
I respect that about you, Duffy. I respect that you were like, I wish Rian Johnson had kept going, even though you hated it so much. You were like, I wish that Rian Johnson had kept going. I like that. That's
people that are like, oh yeah, Episode 9 just erased Last Jedi. It was sick. I'm like, really?
No.
Yeah. I hate that stance too. I hated that. So that was as much as I disliked the Last Jedi. After I saw The Rise of Skywalker, and to be fair, there's a guy who I don't really know him. I played him in trivia once. Who said, "Well, I guess everybody owes Rian Johnson a big fucking apology." This guy put this like right after Rise of Skywalker came out, and I disagree with that too because I think that for me, had they had a good storyline from beginning till end, and Rian Johnson just came in and directed it, then I would say sorry to Rian Johnson for not liking what he did. But I think that for me, it was so different from what I was expecting and where I wanted the story to go for me as a Star Wars fan that I would never forgive Rian Johnson. But having the hindsight of now seeing Rise of Skywalker, his was way better. So.
I mean, it was a cohesive story. Like it was like cohesive, like self-contained story.
It didn't treat people like I feel like The Rise of Skywalker treated all Star Wars fans like they're retarded.
Number 17 for the
when Empire Strikes Back came out, wasn't that also like not immediately like adopted as the greatest?
The reviews weren't great for
so then it makes you wonder if Return of the Jedi was just a fucking like all over the place like mess that was Rise
Would
of
Star Wars
Skywalker,
have been as big as it was?
would Empire Strikes Back still be revered as the the greatest of all the films? I don't know.
Well, I think that the storytelling in all three of those is still pretty fucking like they're not obviously each movie's got its own like plot lines and shit like that, but I think the storytelling in all three of those movies is pretty close to. It seems like it'd be the same story.
Well, here's the thing: is like it was a novel thing, right? Like Star Wars as a whole, like there hadn't really been anything like it, kind of on that scale, and it captured everybody's imagination, and that was the big thing. So like whether it was received as like a masterpiece didn't really matter. It was like a big crowd pleasing thing that people hadn't seen before.
Right.
So people attached to it. Same thing with Alien. I feel like that was like there wasn't really anything like Alien before, and it captured people's imagination. But Alien,
then it was perfected in Aliens.
Well, I mean, Andy can weigh in on that.
No,
let's not retread on Alien.
I'm just kidding.
We're not going back down that road.
Anything
which
about Star Wars
better? Yeah, it's
All right, so I got to head out in a sec, but I have one more question because you guys didn't think you could answer the best fight scene, but then everybody came up with a good one. So I got one more.
I never thought about it after.
No, that's okay. You came up with a good one. The Die Hard and just like editing and anyways, what do you think? I'll give you mine, and then you can go from there. What's your favorite one-liner? Like a one-liner before a kill, one that sticks out in your head. Mine is from Commando, when Arnold Schwarzenegger has a dude hanging over there, and he's like, "Sonny, remember when I told you I'd kill you last?
I lied." and then he drops the dummy off.
Yeah, it's so fake looking.
Yeah. Is there any one-liners?
For me, I'm also going Arnold. Obviously, he's got like all the.
He's the king of the one-liners.
But for me, it's Total Recall. I'll see you at the party, Richter. when he's falling to his death armless, like that's just incredible.
Yeah, I don't know if I can answer this even at all.
Yeah.
I mean, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, right? Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go Die Hard both times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks because I can't remember specifically, but in like season 1 and 2 of Ash versus Evil Dead, he had a lot of really great one-liners. Like every episode, he would have like one-liner that would crack up. And it would be the dumbest shit, like where he was
like, "Hail to the chief, baby."
Oh, what was the one about the geriatrics? He had a geriatric one-liner.
I'm thinking of the one where like he has to shoot Mimi Rogers, and it's like someone's mom, and he's like, and he has some, he's like, he busts in and he has some line like it's bedtime, like mama says it's bedtime, like something like that.
That's when he's at the farmhouse, right? He's in the farmhouse and he's fucking yeah. That's incredible.
What's the line?
How about
Berto, the line from Back to the Future Part 3 that we fucking crack up every time we talk about it with Mad Dog Tannen, where he calls him a duded up, egg sucking gutter trash.
Duded up, egg sucking gutter trash. Yeah.
That might be my favorite.
I guess
I laugh
guess
every time.
That's a pretty good one. I know what phase one-liner is.
The way people think about Back to the Future is the way people should think about Star Wars.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun. Who gives a shit?
Oh, it's dumb fun.
Yeah.
But hang on, because I gotta Faye, you said if you wanna watch good movies, watch good movies. But that's all interpretable to the person. Because like to me, good movies are ones that I could pick up and watch every day.
He was being an asshole. He's being flippant.
Yeah,
no, I know that. But like, I know. Like to me, like Forrest Gump is a fucking better movie than like A New Hope. But like,
Forrest Gump is a terrible movie.
I don't know about that.
Dude, I love Forrest Gump.
I don't know about either one of those statements.
I love Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump's all right.
It's okay.
It's a very watchable movie.
It is
That's
one of-
exactly.
it-
That's my.
it's
So
the
so.
definition
Anytime
of
it's on
I
watchable.
TV,
picked a bad one. I picked a
tune
bad one to compare to Star Wars, but. Like, to me, my favorite movies are the ones that, without fail, I can just fall into every single time it's on. And they don't have to be fucking Academy Award winners.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Of
Yeah.
course. Not.
So, like-
if Armageddon's on, I'm watching the motherfucker.
Everyone.
And Armageddon's terrible, but I feel the same
Terrible.
way, Berto. I feel the same way. I fucking cry. I cry when I watch Armageddon. It's not
I
even good.
love you.
I love
What do
bad, dumb movies too, but I just don't get worked up when like they don't.
No, I don't get.
I don't have like that thing of like
You're not a fanboy.
they hurt me personally because this isn't the way I want it to be. Like I don't have that thing, you know.
Look,
I
I am a
long time ago. Like,
I am a fanboy, but my life is just full of too much broken shit that I can't get too worked up about a movie ever again because I'm already just flatlined on my own life.
I don't get that worked up over anything.
Yeah, I'm already too
at all.
depressed about how much.
you gotta
of a
try
failure-
not to.
When I finish Final Fantasy, I'll let you know if I get worked up about anything.
Dude, I was
Yeah.
just about to say the last frontier of me getting worked up might be video games. And yes,
Yeah.
I am a little disappointed with Resident Evil 3, but who cares? There's going to be something else. There's going to be something
Faye.
else after that. I got
I gotta
10 more
ask
good
you,
years.
Yeah,
How far are you into the game?
I'm like 2/3 of the way through.
So I've been Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, and I've been like very much taking my time with playing the remake
Yeah,
because
me
I
too.
know that the next one isn't coming out for quite
8
some
years.
time.
It'll be a couple.
Yeah,
years.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
It'll be on
I
the PS5 for sure.
I just got through you with Ares. You go through Aerith rather. You go through the
Are you asking him for help?
Yeah, I was going to
No,
say like
no. I just got
Yeah,
through.
do you need like materia combinations or
this-
what do you need?
no. I just got.
I don't even
through-
know. You guys might as well be speaking another language. I don't
Wow,
know.
you're not a
Fucking
real
know.
nerd at all.
no, Duff,
Yeah.
me and you, we both don't know.
You go that little. Basically, I'm in Wall Market. I just got to Wall Market.
Hmm.
Oh, you're gonna have a lot of fun.
So how much further of the game is there?
70 more hours.
You're probably like
Halfway.
halfway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the real question is, did you find the upgraded helmet in Storm Eagle's level of Mega Man X?
Say what?
I'm gonna say
I'll play Mega Man.
no.
That's my video
I
game.
just
name
got
for
a fat chocobo.
I used to
But,
play Mega Man back in the day.
But did you find the head upgrade in Storm Eagle's level?
I've heard that the Mega Man music is really good.
Oh, it's awesome.
Mega Man music is dope. Mega Man
Dude.
2 specifically.
Woodman, dude, that fucking shit's metal. That fucking music is incredible.
All
It's
of
really
like
good.
8-bit music was great and translates really well to metal for some reason.
So what was Mega
F-Zero soundtrack. Did anybody play that for Super Nintendo?
F-Zero is awesome. The racing game for Super
Yeah.
Nintendo. Yeah,
What
that's
was
a good
No,
game.
I
Man
never
was?
played
Was it
that.
on Super NES?
What?
Mega Man was Super NES. Those
No,
games-
regular NES and the Mega Man X was Super NES.
Yeah, regular NES, you had Mega Man 1 through 6, and then Mega Man X, which I was like, Mega Man X, what happened to fucking 7, 8, 9? But Mega Man X was a Mega Man X.
But-
situation.
Jerry
Just like the
Seinfeld,
iPhone.
what is the deal with Mega Man X?
What
He
happened to Roman
forgot
numerals?
all about the numbers as soon
Yeah.
as you play the game.
That's true, because Mega Man X, because he's X, because that's his name. It's just X. It's not fucking whatever. But it doesn't matter, because that game was fucking revolutionary for me, because when I was playing, I love Mega Man. It's like I played the shit out of all 6 on NES, and then when Mega Man X came out, all of a sudden they're like, by the way, we're gonna add a background story, and characters that you're gonna like along the way are gonna die, and you're gonna have to deal with that as a fucking 11-year-old.
I
And I was
love
like,
that.
and I was like, holy shit! Like I wasn't ready for this, but I loved it. So
Yeah, I like getting my heart broken by
video games.
yeah.
It was
Yep.
tough to get story in like 16-bit video games. It was-
Mega Man fucking X did it, man. The music in that game did it for me. It was incredible.
But I'm just talking about like stories that like you can get involved in. Because,
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
anything in the 16-bit era was basically like plopped into this situation. You got
A Link to the Past, the Zelda game on the Super Nintendo, unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
Did they remake
Super-
that? Is that the one that they just
they
remade?
haven't. No, they just remade the one for the Game Boy, Link's Awakening.
Oh, Link's
Yeah,
Awakening.
that's pretty fun. That's like Link to the Past.
I have a
2.0.
Switch, but I don't have that one. I've played. I have played the newest one on the Switch though, Breath of the Wild. That's like a whole different creature. It's like Zelda meets like Oblivion, Skyrim, whatever.
Yeah.
Drew, is this a new cat?
No, I've had him for like 6 years.
What cat is this?
This is Bugsy.
Look at that cat.
Oh,
name's
okay.
Bugs.
That's the shy one, right?
He's the shy one.
That's
Damn.
Thackeray Binks.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not camera shy though.
You're in those eyes.
He looks like he wants to murder every one of us.
Yes.
He's
If I
pretty
had
chill.
if I had that cat that close to my face, it would be murdering me. I'm super allergic to them.
Oh, how does your wife feel about that?
She
Who's
wants
the
to
other
get
cat? Max?
she wants to get a cat.
Mac, yeah.
She wants to get a
Oh,
cat.
he wants to murder you.
Oh.
And I told her I could never get one. And I've been slowly telling my child that she hates cats, so that way when like it comes time, she's gonna be like, "No, I don't like cats." So,
Good job. Good indoctrination.
Yeah,
It
no,
really is.
Get him young.
Look at them though.
Yeah, look at
Aw, look at him.
I just like animals, except for birds. Fuck
so
birds.
my,
at that
my
face.
mother-in-law, I think I told the story before, but my mother-in-law loves cats, loves them. Always gets like a new cat like every fucking year. And I don't know what happens. One dies and then she gets a new one. But the
Are you getting
I said-
murdered with a cantaloupe?
yeah.
That
was that?
was precisely what was about to happen. Shit, my kid's trying to get me to get off of the live stream to cut up a cantaloupe for her.
Oh, go cut the cantaloupe, Dad. Jesus Christ.
So,
Come on.
Okay, well, you got about like 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna
Terrible
go
father.
cut up a cantaloupe.
so my mother-in-law,
I could
my
really
mother-in-law,
go for some cantaloupe.
my mother-in-law loves cats, and I sent her this article that I read where Australia has so many cats that they have to just start killing them because
Yeah.
there's too many.
It's like
and I sent
Texas.
it. Yeah, so I sent it to my
pigs.
mother-in-law, and I said, Australia's got the right idea. This is a good start. And then she's like, it's like the most like fucking crazy thing I ever said her. And she's like, that's so wrong. And I was like, no, I hate your cat, and I'm gonna get rid of them someday.
I'm sending it to Australia.
I'm
I-
gonna rage quit this real quick.
I gotta go and cut some cantaloupe.
Yeah, cut
You guys
that.
have a nice night.
See you, Adam.
later,
You
man.
just made me so hungry.
That's some dad of the year shit.
Cutting up
You know,
cantaloupe.
I don't.
At
Do you guys like
10:30
cat-
at night, by the way.
What?
Yeah, she's up pretty late.
10:30.
Yeah,
Cutting up
what a
cantaloupe.
bad father. You hear that, Adam?
Well, society's canceled. There's no bedtimes.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's
it's
true.
very true.
A little late for cantaloupe. I don't even like cantaloupe. You guys like that shit? I think it's like the
It's-
worst tasting fruit on the planet.
I love
If it's
cantaloupe.
ripe, it's good.
It's all
Dude,
right.
it's so
Okay.
juicy and refreshing.
Honeydew melon. That's-
Honeydew is amazing
Oh.
too.
But
I
you know
love a
what?
honeydew.
I hate when I get a fruit
No.
salad, like a pre-made fruit salad, and it's
Honeydew.
fucking all melon.
all melon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's lame.
I've never got a
don't know.
fruit salad in my entire life
Are you serious? Never.
Proud.
because I'm not stupid. Who would ever get a fruit salad? You get
know what
meat.
Fruit is.
No, you get the meat and then you eat fruit in on their own when you want to. You don't get a salad made of it where you don't know what's coming at you.
I like a fruit cup. I don't know about a fruit salad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like a fruit cup, you'll get like 90%
Cherries and
honeydew,
pineapple.
maybe a little cantaloupe, one grape, one strawberry. That's it.
I mean, mainly pear.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Pear, yeah,
That's
pear.
not bad.
It's always just a bunch of pears and yeah, no.
I don't know. I think I must be like a fucking like a sweet fruit snob because these melons, they are the worst.
What's your
Literally,
favorite?
Yeah, what?
You've had
Pineapple?
pineapple and strawberries, kiwi, even sweet
Mango.
sour kiwis. Mangoes are
like-
great,
Mangoes
but like
are great.
after you've had these fruits, I can't go back to trying
like-
these bland fucking melons.
I
like
love
an apple.
They're overrated. Pineapple is fantastic.
Pineapple's awesome.
It's
Pineapple
consistently great. Kiwi is like it's kind of like avocado, where if you don't eat it right in that like small window of opportunity, it sucks.
Yeah.
Where are
It's
we
like a
living?
banana. It's like bananas. You get them and they're either green or they're rotten, and you don't
Yeah.
have the time in the middle to enjoy.
Yeah,
them.
but but bananas are great because if they become brown, then you can bake with them.
Yep.
You know,
Maybe I
Sure
feel like we
can.
should go. We should go around the horn, and everyone should say their top citrus fruit.
citrus. I like. Fuck it.
I'm a
Grapefruit.
pineapple. I'm a
Grapefruit.
pineapple guy.
Well, that's not
Grapefruit.
citrus.
That's not
Grapefruit.
citrus?
Oh,
Pineapple's not citrus.
No.
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 No,
well,
that's like
Citrus. Citrus would
pineapple
be
is like a
like
tree nut.
lemon, grapefruit,
Oranges.
orange, tangerine.
Tangelos or
Grapefruit is mine. Ruby
Yeah,
red
clementine.
grapefruit.
I'd probably say clementine.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm with
good
Andy.
answer. Good answer.
I'm a Tangelo man. The flavor blast from a Tangelo is
I
chef.
would say, yeah,
I changed my
Tangelo
answer.
or a clementine. Yeah.
I changed my answer. I said ruby red grapefruit, but I'm gonna say blood orange.
Yeah, blood
Mm.
orange is good.
Throw that on a
Good.
salad right there.
Ruby
No,
red grapefruit is the sexiest fruit.
I like a ruby red grapefruit for breakfast. I like nothing more than some bacon and eggs with a ruby red grapefruit on the side. Baby. So nice.
Why are we
I
talking
can't-
about our favorite
I
citrus?
can't do
I
it.
don't know.
Because
I can't do
Adam,
grapefruit.
Star Wars.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
you
do
don't wanna-
grapefruit.
yeah. I remember. Okay.
But no,
I'm gonna stop talking about Star
hey,
Wars.
you said that ruby red grapefruit's the sexiest. Are you talking about that like viral video of that chick who was like talking about
Oh,
jerking off her man with a grapefruit?
No, I wasn't, but that's I'm aware of that.
Oh, you're
What?
aware of that? Where she's
I have
like
no idea.
blindfolding him and like she busts it out and he doesn't know what it is.
Wait, what?
You guys don't know about grapefruiting?
No.
She put it on his dick. Is that
Yeah,
what
she
happened?
like you know like
Put a hole in it,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you cut a slice and you
rub it on the pee.
take out a little hole.
Oh.
So it's like a
It's like a trick.
it's like
is this
like a
video age
flashlight.
restricted? You're giving like a hand job with the grapefruit,
yeah, it's like a
loading
flashlight.
up your mouth.
Wait, and he has to guess what it is?
Sorry, Duffy.
No, he doesn't
Wait,
have to.
no.
No. It there's some
It's
like viral
educational
video.
for my viewers.
There's some
Dude,
viral,
I have no idea what this is.
If you want to treat your man during quarantine,
yeah.
Why don't you?
Grapefruit.
Why don't you
I'll have to look
I
the
don't-
video. I'll have to look the video up, but it's hilarious. Like she's so earnest about like this like new tool in the bedroom. Of,
Yeah.
like, but then she gets to the point where she talks about like using it, and she
Yeah.
just starts making the most ridiculous noise.
Wait. You guys,
Wow.
you have to explain this better. She blindfolds him and just goes, "Hey, I got this thing."
No, she's talking about it. Like this is what you should do.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're gonna, if
It's
you're
a
gonna
new
use
thing
it
to enter into the bedroom with. Like, I got a tip for you. It's a fucking
Yeah, it's like a tip.
grapefruit.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
The
and then,
blindfold is so like he doesn't know it's a grapefruit. He's
Yeah.
just like, "What is this? It rules."
Yeah.
Nice.
wow.
And then like she takes the blindfold off, and there's like a destroyed grapefruit. And he's like,
Yeah.
"What?"
yeah, but what kind of idiot would let their girlfriend blindfold them and do that? Like, I don't understand. I'd be like, "No, what are you talking about? No."
Someone who trusts their partner, probably.
Yeah.
No. The whole point of a blindfold, there's no trust there.
What,
You don't put a blindfold on me. You want me to trust? No.
would you trust your significant other to like handcuff you to something?
Fuck no. Absolutely not. That's not sexy. It's sexy in the movies. It's not sexy in real life.
Do you think they
I'd
would-
allow it. I'd
it would
allow
get-
it one.
it would get-
I'd allow it one-handed, and I have to be able to have the other key in my hand.
No,
You
because
think they would get power hungry and just
I
like,
seen the Ice Pick movie with fucking what's her name, Sharon Stone. No. Nobody's cuffing me to anything. No.
It's not a stranger.
yeah.
Part of it, I thought it was just-
Berto, this is the person you've chosen to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
Nobody
Person's
ever
not a stranger.
nobody ever knows anybody ever.
You are such a puritanical prude. You need to loosen up.
I love the idea of being with somebody forever, but will I ever fully trust them? No. They're not me.
Berto, you don't know what you're missing. Next time you have the opportunity, have your
Hey, look,
have your special lady slip a little fingy in your bingy.
I've had that. Hey, listen,
All being in
Duffy.
love.
Listen, Duffy. I've felt love once. I've felt love once or twice. It's always betrayed me. Nobody will ever tie me to anything.
Even Duffy's like, I'll take a one.
Trust them enough to get grapefruited while you were tied up.
Did
No.
you say one fig? Did you say
about
one
that.
figure? Let's go with two.
Whatever. I mean, dude, just no blindfolds, no handcuffs, none of that shit.
Whatever. You just don't appreciate fruit.
I think luckily for me at least, and I bet Drew could probably attest to this. After having kids, the chance of like having like scenarios like that happen are slim to none.
Yeah,
So,
I'll talk to you in 15 years.
I'll be blindfolded to the fucking bed.
And there's divorce
my
papers
kid,
on your
my
lap.
kid will come in and be like, "What are you doing to Dada?"
Oh, that's so much.
Nothing,
worse.
honey. This is how I sleep because I attack your mother in the middle of the night.
I'm a vampire.
It'd be like the most sensual thing is like I cleaned the house and cleaned all the toilets like spotless.
Without being asked.
It always goes back to the beginning, like because that's what your mom always wanted too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you set up a real nice night. You're like, honey, I brought home McFlurries. Don't tell the kids. That's really how it goes.
That is really fucking funny.
Oh man.
Well, hey guys,
Now I want to fribble.
that
Rebel.
Andy.
I would love I would love any kind of ice cream product at all.
Well, aren't all the Friendlies closed now though? They're all
I
closed.
feel like there's still one.
Well, there's the one in Stoneham.
Yeah.
Is that one still going?
I think it's still alive.
Friendly's
That
is one of those places where like
terrible.
like towards the end, like their service was so fucking piss poor, but
Oh,
yet
that was
they
bad.
still
Towards
kept
the
going
end.
back for some reason.
It was always terrible.
I know it was always terrible, but it just got like abysmal towards the end, and then like
I feel like that's just part of the experience.
Yeah, like it's completely untrained teenagers walking around like this tiny ass restaurant and like completely fucking off and like just basically being the worst. Like
Untrained teenagers and like mean old women.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes so long to get your order. You basically can just go up to the counter and like grab a Jubilee roll and start eating it because you're like, no, nobody else is gonna feed.
I know every time I go there, I'm like I turn to somebody in my family and I'm like, was this patty melt worth it?
The only time
Probably.
the only time I'd ever go to Friendly's is like to get the ice cream at the booth. Like that was it. You know?
Even then, the service fucking blows. You can be
Yeah.
the only one there, and they take like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it takes like half an hour to make a shake.
Yeah.
Get
You're
your
sitting
oil changed while you're doing it.
You're sitting there in the store, Drew, and you're like, you know what? If I wasn't getting that goddamn Conehead ice cream, I would be fucking out of here.
Yes. Oh yeah, the clown.
Yes,
Like-
the group across.
Little
Cone-
cream
Conehead.
fucking like.
I want to ask a Friendly's question. Did any of you ever get the hot peanut butter sauce with your ice cream at Friendly's?
No, but it sounds awesome.
Yes, I have.
I've never
Yeah,
really. I don't think
have.
I've ever
I
been to a
used to-
Friendly's.
Is
I'm
it
a big-
good?
Yes, I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of black raspberry ice cream with peanut butter toppings.
Okay, I was never aware of the hot peanut butter sauce.
Oh, wait a minute, that does
Well,
work.
It comes.
When you
I
get
always
it
got
Sunday,
hot fudge because
Yeah.
obviously you get hot fudge.
Yeah.
And then like I discovered that this hot peanut butter sauce
there's
exists.
a peanut butter sundae, like
Yeah, that's
where-
the one I always got. So I've always gotten that sauce.
Yeah.
But the Reese's peanut butter one or the Reese's Pieces one, they
Yeah,
both come with that
All right.
sauce.
Well, when society is uncanceled, I feel like we should all go out for hot peanut butter sauce sundaes.
A nice ice
Have you,
cream.
have you
It's
never
gonna-
heard the concept of like peanut butter sauce on your ice cream? Is that what it is?
No, this is like a new thing. This is something I heard about someone
Mm-hmm.
talking about at Friendly's, like a distant memory of Friendly's. They were
That's
talking
that's
about-
not just a Friendly's thing.
You
That's
could go
like-
to Stop and Shop and
I
get
know, but it's like the Friendly's is like
yeah, it's
even
they're
when I
like,
think about hot fudge, like all my
OG hot
Friendlies are like Friendly.
peanut butter.
Friendly's related.
Look, man, I'm down. Whenever you want, bro.
I feel like with any hot ice cream topping, like it's got to be at the perfect temperature because I friggin' hate when they put it on there and it melts like half of your sundae.
I kind of
Before
like
you even
that.
get the
Just eat it fast.
Yeah, I kind of like that when it's real
See,
hot.
I feel like any Sunday, no matter whatever temperature or texture it is, you're still gonna eat that cup dry. So
Yeah.
it's like you could be drinking it down at the end and like just chewing the M&Ms and you'd be happy.
Yes, I fully agree.
But
But
you know
yeah,
what's funny? So my coworker, this guy was from the South. He was one of my ex coworkers, and we had like an ice cream party at work or something like that where they were serving us whatever.
Ice cream social.
Yeah, if you would. And he was in line. I was in line ahead of him, right? And this is so funny because I had no idea this was racist at all until I was asking for it. But I got up there and asked for. I'm like, oh, I'll have some. Give me some of the Jimmies, fucking the black, the chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah.
That's apparently super racist because I said that and he was like, "What did you just ask for?" And I was like, "The Jimmies." he's like, "That's racist, man. Those are chocolate covered sprinkles." Like.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And like,
But it's also regional, so it's like, everybody in Massachusetts says Jimmy's. Like,
yeah,
it's the
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like supposed to because of the like black flex. But yeah, I don't know. I can't.
What's the etymology of Jimmy's? I don't
know either.
I feel like
but
I know that it's racist, but I feel like I don't know why.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jam. Hello,
Yeah, I mean, it has something to do with like you seeing like if there were like
Is it like Jim Crow?
Yeah.
like black
maybe?
fleck people went in the sprinkles. I don't know the exact thing.
I'm gonna leave this one alone.
Can we explain it to you?
There is a.
I never got sprinkles on any of my ice cream, so I feel like this was never an issue for me.
Looks like you didn't have a childhood.
Yeah,
And I was all about that fudge.
All about that. all about that drippy peanut butter.
I was a fudge only kid.
so on Vice, there's an article that's like trying to get to the bottom of whether the word Jimmy's is racist. So I'm sure there's some sort of debate about it. It says
I'm glad Vice is still doing that hard-hitting reporting.
Yeah.
Fucking Vice, dude.
Um,
Go to bed already.
in between North Korea articles.
Yeah,
Dude,
we
people
sent
used
the DJ to
that
North
Vice
Korea.
channel. That
Yeah.
Vice channel. People used to leave that shit on in my break room at work all the time. I'm like, who's watching this? Like,
Vice
it's fucking
News?
like,
Vice
Vice News is,
Vice
like,
World
kind of
or whatever it was called.
yeah,
What?
I guess. Is that not the same thing?
Oh, the Vice like network.
Yeah, they had
Yes.
the original program. They have some decent shows.
On HBO and shit. Vice.
No, not
No,
anymore.
not
it's
that.
their own network. It's like
Vice
their,
Land.
their own Vice. What is it called?
Vice
I don't know.
Land. That's the
Vice
HBO.
Land. I said Vice World. Like
Yeah.
Oh, Vice
World.
Land. Yeah.
Spice World.
Spice World. I know. Oh,
Yeah.
I saw Spice World in
But I
theaters.
Viceland was a lot of like cooking shows where like
Yeah.
Who's your go?
People-
Who's
But
your
I
go-to-
liked.
Who's your go-to Spice
Drunk.
Girl?
There's
Yeah.
a good show called
Oh,
Balls
Posh.
Deep.
Come on. That's
Well, everybody says posh.
Everybody says posh.
I like
No.
Ginger Spice.
Ginger Spice was nice. I like Scary. She black. You know. I like that.
Wait,
Not
do
to
you
send.
rate Spice Girls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not to send Drew any mixed signals here, but I had a thing for Ginger as a redhead. I thought she was wicked hot.
I
So
respect that.
I have I have a thing for Drew. Personally.
All right, so it goes like this: Scary, Posh, Baby, Ginger, Sporty.
Sporty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Sporty isn't on the bottom of everybody's list, then there's a problem with all of
Scary
these.
No, I would
Scary
say-
is number one.
I
Scary
would,
is
I
number
would,
one.
I would flip flop. No, that's pretty much it. I would just change Ginger and Baby. So Baby and Sporty would be my bottom two.
Okay.
Yeah, mine would be
But
Ginger,
the rest is
Posh.
spot on.
Mine would be
Scary-
Ginger, Posh.
Scary's
and
number
Scary.
one.
Ginger's number
Yeah.
one?
Huh?
Posh Scary.
Ginger's my number one. Yeah.
Ginger is not my number one.
What'd you say?
No, Scary's
Ginger's my
number
number
Scary
one.
is my
I told
number
you.
one.
Scary's obviously number one.
Scary's your number one? Wow.
It's so obvious. Come on.
What do
No?
you mean it's obvious.
No, it's not obvious.
No, the like popular answer would be Posh.
Would
No
be
but
Posh.
no ass.
Okay, but that's not the obvious. Like, yeah, Scary's not the obvious one.
I like
Really?
Ginger because if you watch Spice World, the movie, in the opening scene where she's like they're doing their number or whatever, she legit looked like a stripper. As a kid, I was like, wow, she's fucking so doable. And then that was it.
Did you watch
Yeah,
that in theaters?
baby.
Did you watch Spice World in theaters?
I
That
watched
did it for me.
I
No,
watched
I
Spice World in
didn't see it
theaters.
in theaters, but
No, I saw it in theaters. It was my little sister's birthday, and my mom, myself, took all of my sister's little friends to the theater to see that movie. and it was a huge success. Everybody loved it. And then they tried to do that with me with the movie Scary Movie. And halfway through, my mom went, "Oh my God, what the fuck did we just take my kid to see?"
Well,
They are not
rated R,
old
so
enough.
what did she think was going to happen? Like the movie's rated R. Like
Yeah, I was already a huge fan of like Scream and all that. She had no idea what she was in for. You know my mom, she doesn't do her research. Yeah, it was hilarious.
How did when you were watching
I mean,
movies
Scream's
with your
rated
family?
R too.
What?
Scream's like rated R too.
yeah, it's also
Yeah.
inappropriate for kids.
Yeah, but I saw it at home.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Ginger Spice. And her little Captain Ahab eye she's got going on.
Hey Duffy, can you text me that?
I was gonna.
No,
I was gonna.
I'm busy with it. You know.
I was gonna say like watching movies with your mom and your dad when you're little, like not little, but like you might be in double digits. And
Yeah.
it's a PG-13 movie, and all of a
Like
sudden
titties
there's like
pop out.
titties pop out in that white knuckling, like sweating moment where you're just like,
For everybody.
all right,
Yeah, it's like a competition of like who's the least comfortable.
And who's the most turned on?
See? All right. I don't know if this is me, but
Is
this is
it
actually
me or my
great.
dad?
This is great. But my one of my old coworkers, he literally he asked me if Deadpool was any good when it was in theaters, right? And I was like,
course.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's
He
great.
had he had like a 16-year-old son, 16-year-old son, and he went to see
Yeah.
it with him. And he's like,
Perfect
He came back the
age.
next dude. He came back to work the next day after he saw it. He goes, dude, why didn't you tell me there was nudity in it? He goes, you know how embarrassing it is that I was sitting next to my son and there was nudity on screen? I was like,
15?
what are you
R.
fucking? I was like, what are you serious? I was like,
15?
dude. I'm gonna make my son so uncomfortable in the opposite direction with it. Like when tits are on screen and I see movies with my kid, I'm gonna be like, look at those! Aren't those
Yeah.
amazing?
And he's gonna be like, God damn it, Dad. Shut the fuck up, Duffy.
Like seriously, like
Like,
Drew,
he's
you,
gonna
you,
call
you
you
have two sons,
Duffy.
right?
Yeah, like
You have two sons, Drew.
The sex
Yes.
montage in that movie is like the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
Like, are you like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like I'm not gonna be embarrassed at all when my kid wants to see movies like that. I'll be like, dude, look at
Drew's
that.
gonna be embarrassed.
That is incredible.
Let's get real here.
No, I don't
Drew's
know.
going to be embarrassed.
No,
It's like my mom went like she would get up and like turn the movie off sometimes. Yeah, she would like turn it off and go, that's inappropriate. And then she would put it back on like 5 minutes later. But
After
like she would tolerate
Let's
about
assume that sex scene is over.
she would tolerate about 10 to 15 seconds, but if it got like any longer than that, she was like, I'm out.
My brother has a pretty great story about going because like my brother never went to go to the movies with my dad a lot, but one of his memories of going to the movies was my dad taking him to see Star 80, which is like
Is that the Eric Roberts movie?
yeah, the Eric Roberts movie. where,
Andy's brother is a lot older than us, by the way. Yeah.
and yeah, so like that movie, if you ever seen Star 80, like Eric Roberts like rapes people,
Right.
and, like
Yeah.
tons of sex scenes. It's about like a Playboy centerfold or like something like that.
That's not a Robert Blake like movie, is it?
What?
Already?
No, he's not Robert Blake. He's Paul Schneider or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, there's like a lot of really uncomfortable shit. like my brother was like, yeah, and like all that, and like all those scenes were happening. And, like my dad was just like, fuck. And like my brother was like 10 at the time, so
Wait, so this
Why would he even want to see it? Why would he even want to see Star?
So this must have been like 84 or something like
it
that,
was like
right?
1980. It was,
1980,
like,
yeah,
1981 or something like that.
Holy shit!
So like my brother,
you weren't even born yet.
no. So my brother was like 11, and like my dad was just like, "Oh, we'll go see a movie. We'll see Star 80."
Yeah, it's like, this is like
What
I
a
miss
random
this kind of
choice.
like.
But Andy,
like,
how would Andy's dad know? Like,
I know.
You know, when like people used to go to the movies and like just walk up to the counter and go like, "Oh, what are the movies?" And,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like pick a movie and go to the movies. Like,
dude, that actually
yeah,
used to
and it
go on.
doesn't really happen anymore, but it used to be like
No, that
That's
definitely
what-
does
go to
happen.
the movies without like.
I feel like I'm at that mentality now because we were like, oh man, I wish it was like a drive-in that was open right now.
Mhm.
And then we were like, oh, what
drive-in
movies would be
for an
even
hour.
playing? And I'm like, I don't fucking care what movies are playing. I just want to go there.
Did you hear about Kowloon?
Oh, they're gonna do like a fucking
Kowloon
come-up service.
is
Yeah.
putting is going to try to put up a movie theater screen,
Like drive-in
and
style.
Oh, I didn't know that. I only knew that they were doing the thing where they bring the food to your car.
Yeah,
and
they're
you
gonna
eat
do,
in
they're
the
gonna
lot.
do they're gonna do the car hop thing.
Yeah.
They already have like the tiki bar built out in the parking lot, and they said that they wanted to put a movie screen up, and they have enough room for 60 cars for a drive-in movie theater.
That's
Yeah.
all.
And he was like, I imagine like people and bicycles carting around food all over the parking lot and shit like that. And I was like, wow, if there wasn't like a horrible virus going on, this would be a really fun summer. Like,
Yes.
the most fun summer ever.
It could
I
still
know,
be
like,
fun.
the Menden Drive-In just opened.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
But
one in New
what I'm
Hampshire.
thinking
did too.
about is
The
like
one in,
drive-ins are gonna open, but then it's like, what movies? It's gonna be like classic movies, right? Like,
It's gonna be like older movies.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be not. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be classic, but it's like second run movies. Like
yeah.
maybe you'll start
That's
getting.
fun.
Like,
Still, though,
I was
I
gonna
can
say,
admit, my
maybe
wife
you'll
never
start getting,
saw
like, midnight
Goonies.
movies.
My wife never saw Goonies or Jaws, and then the first time she saw them, we went to Chunky's to see them when they were replaying them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
her first exposure to both those movies was at the movie theater, and I was sitting there, I was like, dude, I wish my first time seeing these movies was right
Dude.
now with you.
Chunk-
because
Chunky-
this is fucking
Shit.
awesome.
Chunky's,
Chunky's, dude. Chunky's was awesome.
it is, but they
It
have a
still
pen-
exists.
Chunky's has a
Yeah.
penchant for whenever they get to a point in the movie where it's like the most tense, like edge of your seat moment, and then they come out and they're like, "Can I get you something else?
Yeah,
Can I get
here's
you another
here's your
drink?
burger.
Here's your burger." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Dude, guess
Well,
what?
it's like beginning of the third act, they come to like settle your check.
You're like, Quint's
Yeah.
about to be eaten. I'll pay my bill later.
yeah.
Yeah, they always come out during the like the
See, that's
like,
where like Draft
climax.
House has like the whole system perfect.
Dude, Draft House fucked me like the one and only time we went.
Oh, the Alamo?
Yeah, the Draft House, like,
We
How
saw
did-
Avengers there.
yeah, it's Avengers Infinity War.
So yeah,
Is that
Duffy,
when-
we
was
saw.
that when you went to Miami?
No,
it was in.
Oh, you went to Texas. That's right.
Austin. Yeah, we saw Avengers Infinity War at the Alamo Draft House. Yeah,
But yeah, and fucking like I ordered my shit, and
that was my favorite day.
everybody's food came out like when it should have, and I was like, and at a certain point, I was like, what the fuck's going on? Everybody's finishing up their food.
Andy's food came out right at the moment the snap happened.
Well, so I'm like, so
It was like
It's like
Oh,
2.5 hours into the movie.
Snap,
No,
chimichangas.
but to be fair, Andy is cursed when it comes to like.
He's always
Sir-
cursed. Yeah.
sir-
You
Service,
always get the word
Yeah.
like your meal is never right,
Yep,
or
never.
it comes out late.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is.
But then, like, what happened is everyone's like finishing up their shit. So I was like, so they have I don't know if you've ever been to the Alamo Draft House, but they have a system where they have like these tickets that like you write like messages on, and then you put it up, and it like flags them down. So like I just wrote down like burger ETA, and then put it up on the thing, and then like the girl was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Look," like everybody.
Yeah,
looked at my
when?
food.
When?
And then finally, my food came out right when Spider-Man like catches like the catches like the aliens fucking
A
like,
hand? Yeah.
and he's like, hey, how's it going, Mr. Stark? And like,
Oh.
Hey, kid, what are you doing here?
and I'm transfixed to the screen,
Yeah.
and like, I guess the girl was in front of me for like 30 seconds trying to get my attention, being like, hey,
What did you think was
I'm
gonna
over-
happen?
And then I was like, oh shit, give that to me. And then she did, and I was like, come on, like, obviously this is gonna happen. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
paying attention to like when my food's coming out.
Spider-Man just hopped off his school bus. What the fuck do you think's gonna happen? Like, Jesus Christ, lady.
Yeah, I was like, I think somebody had to nudge me to be like, she's trying to get your attention.
It was probably me. I think
that-
we were next to each other.
Is that
yeah.
right before Spider-Man gets snapped out of existence?
No,
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 this
that
is
was
the beginning.
that was in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought you said
Central Park.
that he. I thought you said that he didn't come till the snap.
No,
I'm like,
that
that's
was- I was
2.5 hours
kidding.
into the
I
movie.
was making a joke. I was making a joke. Like
Oh,
right when they went like this, Andy's burger appeared.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I was just
I mean,
joking.
like, if you go and watch the movie, like that happens pretty
Pretty
that-
early.
No, it doesn't. It happens like 30 minutes in. Like it happens like
Oh,
40
yeah.
minutes in. Like
It's
like,
after they finish explaining to Iron Man what's going on.
it's
Right.
at- yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What's
like
the there's a movie theater in LA that I can't think of the name of, but they like
Arclight?
The Chinese.
maybe it's the
theater?
Arc. I don't know if it's the ArcLight, but they have like the couches you sit on. Like they're literally just like they're just-
Grauman's Chinese.
I don't know. They're just couches and on different like levels, and like you could totally end up sitting next to total fucking strangers who just happen to have to fill in on the couch with you. And I was listening to somebody tell a story about that. I was like, that's so fucking uncomfortable. Like if somebody
Well-
sat on a fucking love seat with me, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, at Alamo Draft House, certain locations have a balcony section where there are couches. So maybe that's what they're talking about.
Maybe because there's an Alamo Draft House in LA too, right?
But yeah, but usually you have to book like the couches together, I think.
Oh, okay.
Usually, so I don't know. But that's the only thing that I've heard about like that. Because on the second floor, yeah, what they'll have is like, I guess love seats, and it's basically meant for like date night type shit.
Right.
Hmm.
Getting some fucking loving on the
Getting
couch.
some
Getting a handy
grapefruit action.
at the ArcLight or
I think it
anywhere.
might be the,
Grapefruit action.
it might be the Landmark, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was somebody on one of the podcasts I listened to was telling a story about how the person on the couch next to them was like drunk out of their mind at the movie theater, and they were like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like you were so drunk, they had to get like dragged out of the theater by the
Well,
attendants
that's
Yeah.
retarded. You can't.
I
You
would-
can't do
I would
that.
hate that.
We got another retarded.
Oh,
you
go.
number 19,000.
and counting.
Hashtag time's up, Berto.
But yeah,
Yes.
Hashtag actually you're retarded.
Oh, man.
Time's up.
All right, guys, I gotta end the broadcast. I'm having so much fun, but I gotta go to fucking sleep. So
yeah.
Bro,
thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in at home, everybody,
All right, guys.
See ya.
and the broadcast.